Okay, normally I don't like to talk about NASCAR on here, but in this circumstance, for today's video, we're going to talk about something very interesting that happened last week at Martinsville. Now, I'm sure you might have seen it by now, and I know a bunch of you saw it on my Instagram. You probably saw it on TikTok, since this was a very, very viral moment. Probably one of the best videos you'll ever see on the entire internet. But last week we had something very interesting happen in NASCAR. Now, last week, if you didn't see the race, this was a very interesting ending to decide the final 4 drivers who will compete in tomorrow's championship race in Phoenix. So, you're going to see something very interesting that has never been seen in the history of NASCAR before.
Point favorite to get in as the championship 4. Bell out of turn 4. He's going to do it. He's won his way into the championship.
Let's go get us a championship.
And the fight for the points right at the line. The one of Chastain past Hamlin.
It was a video game move off into turn 3. He put the car against the wall wide open all the way around turn 3 and 4.
Chastain, Elliott, Bell, and Logano are going to fight for a championship in Phoenix. Take a look at what he did.
I have never seen anything like that before in my life.
Wide open around the wall in 3 and 4 at Martinsville. Unbelievable.
So clearly, and we're going to watch this moment again on mute, because this was something phenomenal. And again, nothing like this has ever been seen before in professional stock car racing. To think that Danny Hamlin was close enough to being in the Final 4 with Christopher Bell, Joey Logano, who won a couple of weeks ago. And he did win a couple weeks ago back at Vegas. Yeah, so I'm looking at my NASCAR schedule correctly. And we knew that Chase Elliott had the most regular season wins. He was able to get enough points to qualify. And you're going to see this again. Look how close Ross Chastain was to that wall. Now, normally, pit crews never say to do this. They never do. They never say, "Oh, scrape your car into the wall so you can get a chance at the championship next week." Now, was this karma on Danny Hamlin? You could say for yourself what you want. In my personal opinion, I'd say yes, because we knew what happened last year when Danny Hamlin bumped into Alec Bowman, and that was a very controversial moment. So for 2 years in a row, we've had interesting and controversial finishes at this Martinsville Speedway. And NASCAR, I feel, has made the last 2 races in these playoffs have a very exciting feel before you get into the championship at Phoenix Speedway. If I were NASCAR going forward, and this is the 2023 schedule, next year, of course, will be Martinsville before Phoenix. If I were NASCAR, there are 2 ways you can capitalize on this. Number 1, you obviously keep the final race before the championship in Martinsville, Virginia. For the short track that Martinsville is, I would say absolutely keep Martinsville the race before the championship. Now, taking a look at when the next time NASCAR will be in Martinsville, will be in April. Now, remember, this is supposedly going to be a night race. And NASCAR did this earlier this year, where they had the night race on Fox Sports 1. However, this is not going to be the case. This is going to be, and I do apologize for my vocabulary here, but look, they're moving Martinsville now to a Sunday. Things could change. But right now, when you look at the schedule, right now, you don't have a primetime race. Which, okay, if NASCAR wants to do that, I'm fine with that. As long as you keep the first NBC race in Nashville, I'm okay with that. But next year's going to be interesting. Not only do you have Chicago, but then you got North Wilkesboro Speedway, May 21st. So NASCAR is capitalizing on a big, way of having the Carolinas benefit from this. The other thing I would say NASCAR should do, this is how you capitalize to the TV networks, which NBC and Fox should absolutely renew their contracts right away. 10 million people on the internet saw this. So there has to be an easier way to do this. There have been rumors that ESPN was considering going back to NASCAR coverage. So does Disney make a good offer that NASCAR can't refuse? We're going to have to wait and see. But this historic moment in Martinsville, Virginia, is a way the sport can capitalize on this. And I cannot wait to see who wins the championship tomorrow.